Long ago, before steel ships ruled the seas and empires claimed the skies, the world was lit by the flame-born, ancient kings and queens who wielded fire as their birthright. Among them was a dynasty of kings whose hearts pulsed with emberlight, the Ember Kings of Valderath. But magic faded. Kingdoms crumbled. And the line of the Ember Kings was thought extinguished, until now. Kaelan lived as a blacksmith's apprentice in the soot-stained village of Harrow's Reach. He was strong for 16, with ash-colored eyes and burns on his arms from working the forge. His master, Old Bram, often said, "The fire likes you too much, boy. I've never seen a flame that doesn't bite." Kaelan didn't know who his parents were. Only that he'd been found in the mountains wrapped in a red cloak embroidered with a symbol no one recognized, an open flame inside a broken crown. One night, as winter crept in like a thief, Kaelan awoke to a low hum. The forge fire, which had died hours before, blazed anew. But it wasn't ordinary flame, it danced with gold and blue, and in the center floated a glowing ember. It spoke. Or rather, it remembered, and Kaelan heard. Visions poured into him, a mighty palace of obsidian and flame, a crown forged in dragon's breath, a name once shouted in battle and whispered in prayer. Kaelan Valderath, the Ember whispered. Last of the Ember Kings. He staggered back, but the truth clung to him like smoke. He was heir to a forgotten throne, and magic hadn't died. It had slept, waiting for him to awaken it. Word spread quickly. A boy in Harrow's Reach had touched the flame that remembers. And in a realm where fire no longer obeyed men, such a tale was dangerous. The Ash Priests, who had long suppressed flame magic, sent riders to silence Kaelan. But the fire inside him surged. When they arrived, the village's forge erupted in molten fury, forcing the priests to flee. Kaelan had no choice. Guided by the ember, now nestled in a locket at his chest, he fled into the Emberwild, a forest scorched long ago by his ancestors' magic. There he met Lyra, a flame dancer whose family had kept the old stories alive. Together, they uncovered forgotten truths, that the flame wasn't just destruction, it was memory, creation, life. And that someone else had returned. A false king. A usurper named Varen, who wielded stolen fire and sought to bend the flame to his will. Kaelan's journey led him to the ruins of Valderath, buried beneath the Ash Mountains. There, deep in the throne room where the last true Ember King fell, Kaelan found the Ember crown, cold and lifeless. "I'm not ready," he whispered. The ember pulsed. "Then become ready." Lyra stood beside him. "Your bloodline doesn't make you king. What you do with the fire does." Kaelan placed the crown on his brow. The flames awoke. All across the land, torches relit, hearths roared, volcanoes sighed with warmth rather than wrath. The true flame had returned. Not to conquer, but to remember what was lost and light a new path. When Varen came to destroy him, Kaelan didn't fight with rage. He summoned the true fire, the kind that cleanses without burning, that mends what was broken. Varen's corrupted flame sputtered and died before the blaze of truth. Years passed. Kaelan ruled not as a tyrant of fire, but as its guardian. He rebuilt Valderath, not as a kingdom of war, but as a sanctuary of warmth, invention, and story. They no longer called him king. They called him Flamekeeper. But in quiet halls, in the warmth of every firelit home, children still whispered of the boy who became more than a king. He became the last ember. And lit the world anew.